Hi friends, in this video I'm going to show you 2 different ways you can record yourself and your computer screen with Canva. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I first want to cover some ground and share with you some pros and cons of the recording methods on Canva. Now, the major pro here is that you can do this for free. So regardless if you are a free or paid user of Canva, you can record on Canva. Now, the con here, specifically for me, this may not be a con for all of you, but in my case, with the Canva Record, we are not able to record computer audio. So let's say I wanted to share a video that has sound, say a YouTube video, and I want to screen record that. You won't be able to actually hear the audio from that video. The only kind of input of audio is going to be your external microphone or your built-in laptop microphone. And one thing to note here is that you can only record with Canva on desktop, so you won't be able to do this in the mobile versions of Canva. Now, to begin here, I really was trying to scour as to how long we can record in Canva, but just judging from the download limits, I'm going to assume safely that here, if we see for the free users, you can download videos up to 30 minutes long in length, versus for the paid users, we have up to 2 hours in length for export time. So do with that what you will with that information. I will link this link in the description box down below, so you can also read up on it as well. So let's now talk about the first method, which is going to be the present and record. So ideally, this is going to be something you would use when you are presenting a presentation. So here I have a real estate listing presentation, and yes, shameless plug, I do sell this exact template on my Etsy shop, so find the link in the description box down below or scan the code on screen. So this is roughly a 25-page presentation, and let's say in this case, we want to record ourselves presenting this so we can share this to our clients. Now, what you'll notice up here is this present button here. Click present, and you'll note these 4 different kind of options, but ideally what you want to look for is the present and record button. And what that is going to do, it is going to take us into what's called the Canva recording studio, and it's going to prompt us to make sure that we have our camera and a microphone hooked up. So obviously if you have a laptop, it's just going to automatically pull that, but if you're working with a desktop and you have other external equipment like a webcam and a microphone, you will want to connect that as well. So I'm going to go ahead, present and record, and just go ahead and click next. And now let's go to the recording studio. So it's going to try to pull my camera, and now you don't see my camera anymore, but you do see me here. And right now I have the Logitech Brio, which is the webcam here, and then we have my mic here, which I use the Shure MV7, which is in this case going to be the default mic in this case. So if we hit recording, it's automatically going to give us a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and let's just see what happens. It's going to give us a 3, 2, 1. I'm going to pause it for now. I wish it would just let us come in here and then allow us to hit the record button. As you can see here, that depending on which page you're on, you can actually add the notes here on this side. So if you are presenting and you have presenter notes, you can have this on the side. So really what Canva is recording is just this window here, right here, if I can draw. This window here, and you also note yourself down here in the corner. Now, one of the cons in this case for me is the fact that in regards to your talking bubblehead, you cannot change the placement of this bubblehead. So I can't click and drag it somewhere else. It's just going to live there forever. So if we give this a quick practice, let's just go ahead and go to the first page, and we're going to hit resume now, which is going to be recording. Like I said, that's a con to me because in this case, once we are done recording, we can't really edit this. So I'll explain more about that in a moment here, but let's go ahead and just click resume. All right, hello everyone. This is my real estate presentation, and you just go through go about this as you normally would in a presentation. You can go through all of the pages. Now, one thing to note here is that if you do have, let's say, a video, like a clickable asset. In this case, I have a YouTube video here that I've embedded into the presentation. I can't click on this and play it. But once we are done recording and we have this as a link, this video will be playable on the front end, which I will show you later on. Again, these buttons here is also a clickable link, obviously not going to be clickable because we are inside the recording studio. Now, mind you, if you do have a automatically played video like this, it will indeed play, but that's because I have this automatically to play when I designed this presentation. So I'm just go ahead and hit end recording and let's see what happens. Now, it's going to say upload your recording, and unfortunately you can't see my camera here because something has happened with OBS Studios and using this camera for Canva Studios. So I am just going to, in this case, what I'm going to do is just hit save and exit, and I will be right back because I want you to be able to see my face. Sorry for the interruption. Let me drop this introduction. I sell Canva templates on Etsy. For my real estate agent besties, I don't have a beat on this track because I am not a rapper, a singer. All I do is help agents prosper. Scan this code and you'll be the winner. Or find the link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below. Subscribe and let's get back to the video. Alright, and I'm back. You see me in the screen now. So, as mentioned, once you're done recording, it's going to take you back here if you press the save and exit button. Now, you can see here it's giving us this panel, and what we can do is either download a copy of what we recorded directly to our desktop. So in this case, as I mentioned in our recording studio there, that you can't edit this. Why? Because if we take this link, copy this link, and put this in another tab here, again, ideally this is the link that you would be sharing with your clients. Now, if we give this a play, I'm going to zoom. All right, hello everyone. This is my. And remember how I mentioned in the beginning how I wish that Canva would let us do the countdown, like press record, so then you feel ready to press record and action. So that's why we have this little bit of a hiccup in the beginning, which I don't really like, and I wish we could edit that out before we share this as a link with our clients. But one thing to note here that is really interesting, if you are okay with the imperfections of your recording, is that if we turn this on, show captions, these are automatic captions that Canva is creating for us. So let's go ahead and give this a play and see what this looks like. I'm going to zoom. All right, hello everyone. This is my real estate presentation, and you just go about this as you normally would in a presentation. You can go through all of the pages. Now, one thing to note here is that I find it to be actually quite accurate, which is really nice actually. And all of these notches, I believe, is me changing the pages within the recording studio, like that, just like that. And now, as I mentioned, when we were in the recording studio, this playable video here was not playable in the recording studio. But now that we have recorded the video, we have finished it and shared the link, the client could actually click on this and the video will play. Hi everyone, So that's something that you may want to note, probably within your recording, to let the client know that this video is playable, it's just not playable when I am recording. So there is that. And obviously you want to make sure you go through all of the pages so it is a seamless presentation. And in regards to this video here, again, this is playable. I can pause it here if I want to because I'm in the presenting mode. Now if we go back to the design here, not that one, this one. As I mentioned, just really quickly here in regards to that playable video, where are you? Somewhere here. Now, if you want to make a video automatically play, you can click the asset here. And if you go over to, I believe it's playback, you can either play on repeat, toggle that on, or play automatically. Totally up to you as to how you are designing this. All right, and one thing to note is, again, if you want to find that link and share it with your clients, just go up to present again, go to present and record, hit next, and this is where you'll be able to take this link and share it with your client. And if you are not happy with the recording, you very well can delete this and go back into that recording studio once again. As mentioned, you can actually download this video all together, and then if you would like to make the cuts and cut out the pauses and things like that, you can download this to your desktop. You can upload it back into Canva and edit it, or upload it into your preferred editing software of choice. In my case, I like to edit my videos with Adobe Premiere Pro. So there is present and record in a nutshell. So let me know if you give this a try. Let's talk about the recording method number 2 on Canva. This one is actually located in a peculiar place, if you will. Now, to begin, I'm going to go straight into the main homepage of Canva, and what I'm going to do is just click this video toggle here, and I'm just going to go with the video here, which is a regular horizontal video, 1920 by 1080 pixel. Let's say we were making a YouTube video. So here is our canvas. Now, to locate the recording tool, you actually want to go into uploads here on the left hand panel, and what you'll see here is record yourself. And so the benefit of this recording method is the fact that you can actually record your entire computer display. So you can capture everything on your screen and not be confined to just, let's say, in regards to the present and record feature, just the presentation. This is where you can actually record everything on your screen, and you can also, key thing here is you can also change where your talking bubble head is, where it's located on the screen. So let's go ahead and try this out. Record yourself. And now I believe you will have to be using this on, let's say here, Chrome. So there's that. And nicely, I have both my bubble heads here and the one over here. All right, so it has already automatically pulled my webcam, which is my Logitech Brio, and it's using my microphone. Now, in this case, if you wanted to, you can just record yourself, just a talking head, just you. In this case, what we want to do is actually do camera and screen. And so this is ideally for a tutorial style video, if you will, or in this case, if you are in real estate, this is a great tool to use if you are doing a market update and you have tabs within your browser of different graphs that you want to show. And again, this is a great tool to use because we can actually record the entire computer display. So I'm going to go ahead and click on here, camera and screen. Now, as mentioned, if you are using Chrome, you can actually just record just the Chrome tab. You can do just the window here, or in this case, you can do your entire screen. Now, the difference between window and entire screen, window is because I have Chrome opened and I have OBS Studios. Those two applications are Windows, versus if I go entire screen, in this case I have screen number 1 and screen number 2, which is where I have my OBS monitored and my recording notes. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and just hit screen share 1 here, selected, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit share. All right, now it's giving us this crazy look, but don't be alarmed. It's because we are recording, screen capturing on the same monitor here. So this will look kind of crazy, but it'll make sense in a second. Now, as you see here down here, we have our bubble head. You can see here that we can actually reverse this, so we can flip it if we want to. And then again, in this case, we can actually turn off our camera, but I want that on. And as mentioned, we can actually move where our talking head is. Say we want it in the upper right, we can move it into the upper right, or we can move it into the upper left, wherever you want it. Now, in this case, if I click this open, you actually have notes on the side. In this case, really not that useful if you want to record your entire screen. So I'm gonna go ahead, and it is recording us right now, I believe, or not yet. I'm gonna hide this here. And now once you hit record, it's actually going to record your screen. So I know this kind of doesn't make much sense, but trust me, when you just practice this a little bit, it will. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit record here. So it's going to give us another countdown. Now, one thing to note is obviously we're probably not going to be recording in this screen. Let's go to a different tab here. Let's go back into, let's say, our presentation. And in this case, let's say we were presenting our presentation, but we want things to be playable. So in this case, we are screen recording ourselves presenting this. Now, as you notice, you will not be able to see where your talking head bubble is. So if things are in the way, you'll just have to have that as is, because I'll show you how you can make those changes to where the bubble head placement is. Now I'm going to go down here to the full presenter view. So let's say we are presenting this, and again, you can either be presenting a presentation, you can be showing a different tab, but for the sake of this video, let's say we were talking about, we had a market update presentation and we're just talking about this, talking about that. And then we're going to go over to, let's say, page number 24. If we click this video, again, it is going to be playable, but note that you won't be able to capture the screen audio, the computer screen audio. So you won't be able to actually hear the video being played. But there's that. But let's say we are done with this and we go into another page, let's say over here, and we're in this tab. And again, because we are screen recording our entire screen, we can go into a different page here. But this is my blank desktop. But as you can see here, it's recording basically everything. And once you're done, you want to go back into that recording tab, and all you have to do is just hit done. So at this point, what's going to happen is we are going to hit save and exit. And the interesting thing about this is that it will automatically, Canva will automatically, one thing to note is obviously Canva will automatically place your recordings onto the canvas here, which is why I chose the video doc type. Now, one thing to note here, interestingly enough, because we have a bubble head and we have our screen recording, Canva actually records two separate videos, one for your bubble head and one of the screen recording. Now, if you wanted to make some edits to this, you very well can edit your video right here in Canva. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to open this up, which is duration, which was already opened. And if I click here, this one here, zoom page, we can extend the timeline like that. Obviously, this is only a minute long, but again, you can make the changes. Now, this is a separate video, your talking head here. And then this is the screen recording of the computer screen. And you notice here that in uploads, it will automatically upload your videos. So your talking head actually is not in a bubble frame. It's actually in a full frame, but we've just put it in Canva just put it in a circle. But if you wanted to remove it from a circle, you can click on here and then you can detach video. And then you can see how there's this frame here. But if you put it in a bubble head, it just makes it look nicer. You know what I mean? Okay. So in this case, we can actually take this recording here and we can right click it and we can set as background. So it actually takes up the full video. So if you give this a play, one thing to note is obviously we're probably not going to, let's see here, we're in here. Let's go ahead and cut this first bit out. So I'm going to just click on here, and you can either just click and drag here, or you can just hit, let's see, well, let us hit split the page. All right, so let us split the page. So I'm just going to click on here and just delete the first 16 seconds. And so let's see here, recording ourselves presenting this. Now, as you notice, you will not be able to see where your talking head bubble is. So as you can see here, my bubble head is up here, but let's say we didn't want it there. We realized after recording that it didn't look good there. We can actually make it smaller and put it in a different corner of the video. Like that. And let's say like we were really chopping this video up. Let's say at this point, I'm going to move my playhead here. I'm going to, let's see here, where are you? Make sure you click the actual timeline down there, and that way you will get the split page. And let's say right here, I'm going to split it again because I had a little hiccup. I'm going to delete that 3.5 seconds, and I'm just going to pull this in because we finished recording. I'm probably put my playhead somewhere here. like that, and give this a split. And once you have splits, you can actually put transitions in between your clips. So if we hover our mouse in, you can see here add transition, and you can use things like dissolve, slide, line wipe, color wipe. Now, one thing to note, let's say for talking head, you have your talking head over here in the lower right corner, but let's say in this clip we actually want to enlarge our talking head. We had a market update. Then we're gonna go, she keeps talking. Let's say we want to enlarge this bubble head, okay, and actually move me to this other side up here. So one of the transitions that I really like is called match. I think it's called match something. But anyways, I just want to show you the placement of this. Okay, so we're gonna add transition, and it's actually called match and move. So if we put match and move, it looks like from this first clip into the second clip, it looks like our bubble head is floating across the screen, because basically what match and move is doing, it says here, it will match and move animates identical elements smoothly between pages. So if we give this a playback presentation, you can be showing a different we had a market update presentation. See, doesn't that look cool? And then again, you can really edit your videos on Canva. You can also, let's say if you had an intro here. Do I have an intro? Yes, I do. I have an intro that I've uploaded into Canva, so I can click and drag this other video element and put it at the beginning here. So if we give this a playback, this is what it would look like. Recording ourselves. You might want to put a transition in here so it just looks really smooth, like a dissolve, like that, or slide. Recording ourselves present. And then if you have an outro screen, which I have right here, you can put this at the end and make it like 10 seconds. And then again, let's put another transition in here. We'll put like a dissolve. Yeah, like a dissolve. So this is the last clip here, and then give this a playback desktop. But as you can see here, it's recording. Ta-da! And then if you wanted to add music to your end screen, you could do that just going into, let's see here, apps, look for music, audio here, and then you can obviously drag and drop something. Probably, instrumental or anything free. I probably would go with anything free. Instrumental, free. Let's just say this, for example. You would just drag it over here. Obviously, that's not the vibes, but you get the idea of how much you can do with Canva in regards to editing your videos. And then if you have a logo, you can put your logo in the corner of your videos. So let's go to this other Keep It Real Estate brand kit, and you could put your logo in the corner of your videos. Ta-da! But mind you, you will probably have to put this clip on or this image on every single clip here, because it's all separate clips. Again, you make sure you move it in a different corner. But that's pretty much an impromptu as to how you can edit your videos, make your videos and edit your videos all directly within Canva. And then you can give this a full playback by going up to here. It will go into full screen here, and you can see this video as it would normally be. Recording ourselves presenting this. Now, as you notice, you will not be able to see where your ta-da, and then it will go into your end screen. And then when you're happy with your video edit, you just go up to share, you go to download, and then obviously download as an MP4 video file. If you have Canva Pro, you can actually put this all the way up to 4K if you want, but I mean 1080 HD is sufficient enough. And then you just go ahead and download all those pages together on your timeline, hit download, and you are pretty much ready to go. And that is it for today's tutorial. If you made it to the end of the video, then you know what it is, you know what to do. yeah, comment down below, hashtag #endcrew, so I know you are a real one. And if you would like to learn how to only record audio, say for a voiceover on Canva, then check out this video right over here. And if you're ready, get ready to click in 3, 2, 1.